Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future.
and living for the present
All
while learning
how to live.
magically. We're back.
We're back, but we've been together since we've
Yes.
potted last.
I know we should have potted that day, but we were busy.
We were busy. We had a very brief, my first 24 hours in New Hampshire.
Yes.
It was amazing. Can't wait to do it again.
I can't wait to have you again.
We have to definitely unpack that. Also, I just like looked back in my notes because I try to keep little notey notes from between when we pod and when we pod again, because otherwise I don't remember anything that I've done, and we'll say we've done nothing. Um, since we potted last, I just yesterday did the brand new kangaroo wallaby experience at Animal
Yes.
Kingdom. I also went to 2 previews, which currently are escaping my brain. What were they?
You went to Soarin
Yep,
and Rockin', but you didn't do it.
you got it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, did those. So glad you remember. And I was supposed to ask you if something came in. Mulch for around the pool or something?
Oh, Rock.
Yeah, rocks.
We finished the Rock. Yes.
Was I there since the rock has been finished? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Looked amazing. It was um yeah, I mean, should we just like get into it? The
All
visit
right.
to your house?
Yeah.
We got to get into it. Okay. Um w- for me, you've been here a million times because like Disney, me, whatever. I had never been up there, but like the rest of the people who listen to this, I obviously have seen like the kitchen renovation, the pool updates, the baby room makeovers, the wallpaper, like all the things. And so, plus I know like personal stories. So I was like, please show me like where this happened. What was this the location of this story? Like all the things. It was like driving through a movie set.
That's
Just 'cause, like, I'd never been there before. It's all, like, in
no.
you're reading a book and then, like, walking into the book. It was like, "Oh, this is the reality of this."
I get what you mean for sure. Yeah.
So cool.
And now you're gonna move here.
I'm ready.
That's what I heard.
I'm literally ready.
I'm just
Give
kidding.
me, like, a farm stand and a dream.
And what are the chances? Not even we'll just have to say it. So you were up for 24 hours and then the next morning a house went for sale at the end of my street and I was like, "Well, come on up."
That was, yeah, actually insane, and, like, a more reasonably priced one compared to, like, anything else we saw.
Yeah,
Wasn't,
cuz
like,
nothing.
cheap, but it was, like,
Yeah,
within reach. Wasn't, like
not affordable to live up here. So,
yeah.
but
That blew my mind too. Yeah, always a good um experience for me to look at real estate outside of Florida because Florida, like where I live in Florida, is expensive. New York, where we go a lot, also, like $1 million for an apartment is like considered very cheap. So my like frame of reference is so lost. I'm like, oh, is it like really cheap then to live not in the middle of nowhere, but like New Hampshire?
it is in the middle of nowhere.
It is in the middle of nowhere and it is not cheap.
It's one of the most expensive. I like saw a thing on Instagram the other day, which like doesn't mean that it's true, but everything on you see on the internet's true. And it says that New Hampshire is the number one state to be like priced out of houses right now.
I actually believe that. I
It's
just like couldn't believe we were on like I don't want to say you live on a dirt road, but we were like definitely in the back roads.
I live pretty much like in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle
Yep.
of nowhere, but like I do have to drive 30 minutes to get to Target. We have a
Uh,
Walmart locally, but like a lot of stuff is it's a drive.
like a little journey. Yeah. And
And
like pricey.
it's so expensive and not to mention it snows.
Yeah, I don't love that.
So, like, it's not like we're living in some, like, tropical paradise, or not even that. It's not like we're living, like, what, San Diego has, like, the world's best weather? We don't have that. I mean, we have it right now, but
Right.
it's temporary.
I know like all these journeys around on my last trip to New York, I came to you. I went, of course, to see Stephanie in Long Island, whatever. I the weather, I always have to remind myself like come back and do a month in January
Yeah, no,
because
March. I
it's
think March is the worst.
March, yeah, I remember March, even like April being just like, we're done with this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I mean, I gotta say, the weather was perfect. You were a 20-minute drive, yes, to Walmart or to Target, but also like a 20-minute drive to super cute small towns. My friend Megan was like, yeah, when you're up there, every single town is like Gilmore Girls. And I was like, no, literally, that was yes.
Yeah, it
The
is.
beach. We went to the beach, got to see Kyle's mom's bench.
We and that's where we do have it all. And like we didn't even go to like this city. Like we can drive an hour and get to Boston. We can drive an hour and be in the mountains. Like so we do have it all. But it's just crazy how expensive it is up here. I don't know.
Yeah, it
We
was
tried
very cool to see.
the best coffee shop ever.
Yeah, what's it called? Inkwell?
Inkwell, and I've never even been to it. It's in one of those small towns like you just mentioned. I've now heard that it's new for that
Mm.
town. Um, but I loved it so much the other day, my mom and I was like, let's go back there. And I got another copy. She got the same one you got, and it was very good.
Duh, was so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that place was sick. But you, to your credit, like you brought us to that small town and we could have gone anywhere. There were multiple coffee shops, all super cute, like little curated menus. But you like knew, no, this one I've seen on the internet. Like it looks like a great spot.
I just saw recently somebody posted it was like one of the best coffee shops. And it's like, we're talking, when I say small town, it was 15 minutes from my house. It's not like we were like really adventuring far. So why haven't I tried it? And
Yeah,
wow, it was great.
I would 100%, like 100,000% be setting up shop on there. They had like a back balcony, I guess, that had tables and chairs overlooking like a
Right.
river waterfall situation.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so good. So good. Oh, and we went to our favorite little breakfast place.
Yeah, like this is so I in my drive back was just reflecting obviously on all the magical things we did, but it was so on brand for you that like you were just like, yeah, like perfectly curated 24 hours. We did like breakfast at an airport because like your kid's into planes, I'm into planes. You know, we could sit like on the airstrip, literally on the airstrip. I could have
It's
like
a
thrown a knife to a plane.
it's crazy. It's just like the cutest little thing. It's on a teeny tiny airstrip. Not I wouldn't call this an airport. I mean, I guess it's an airport, but it's like an airstrip. It's teeny tiny, only little planes fly out of there. And the whole restaurant is like plane themed. There's planes everywhere. The ceiling is plain painted with clouds on it. It's very, very cute. And planes just take off and land like the whole time.
It was incredible. Plus, it was absolutely, at least a couple of them, people learning to fly.
Yeah.
So it was neat to see, like, of course, at an international airport or wherever we normally see planes, they're just like perfect and computer driven and the whole thing. So you're like, okay, great, up, down,
Yeah.
whatever. These were like wobbling a little, coming down and having to go up again. Like, just
Yeah,
very
they were like
interesting
coming
plane
down,
watching.
not even landing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. And Brooks was living.
Oh my God. We were probably I feel like everybody else in that restaurant was at least 40 plus years older than us. So they were
Yes.
all it's just an older crowd on a Wednesday morning. And every single plane, which like we're not exaggerating, there was a plane at least minimum every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And Brooks the entire time, each one, plane, 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 just like announcing to the entire diner that there was a plane.
He was bringing the spirit. And honestly, I said it before and I'll say it again. If I were one of those older people who obviously loves planes enough to meet my friends every Wednesday for breakfast at the airstrip, I would be like, the next generation is here. I would be so excited.
That is true. It is true.
So, yeah, I feel like he brought the spirit. There was a helicopter involved at one point.
Yeah.
Like, it was really amazing.
That's a good little spot. I love that place. I feel like it's a hidden gem.
It was definitely, yeah, I know. I came home thinking, like, do we have that around here? Because
I
I know we have little airports, but like, getting access to those, this was just like, I mean, we could have literally like walked over a single piece of wood and been
eh,
like uh, run over by a plane.
it is true.
It wasn't like if you go to the Orlando, I know it's different, but like the Orlando International Airport, you'd have to like survive three potential machine gun attacks. Like, it's not you don't just, like, jump onto the airstrip, you
Well,
know?
this is like one of I think they do have these, like, little local spots.
I don't know. I've never heard of that before, and I grew up next to an airport. I mean, I could go because my dad, like, did stuff there, but otherwise
Well, you have, like, over in Daytona, there's, like, Embry-Riddle, which they're all, like, learning to fly.
yeah, but do you think they would just allow, like, a schmuck off the street to go be, like, arm's length from the planes?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, in my past life, I was with someone who was learning to fly an airplane, that teeny tiny airplane like that.
Right?
And when you really, look back at this is pretty crazy now that I'm older with anxiety, and I was 18 years old, and he had just learned how to fly, like, he had to have been a sophomore in college, which was he was learning to fly, and he was like, "Let's go flying," and he just went and, like, signed out an airplane, a little tiny airplane, and I just hopped on in, and we went flying. Like, that to me is that's insane.
Like, now you would never do that?
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, but you've jumped out of planes multiple times.
And I would still do that.
Because why?
I don't know.
You're both, like, potential for falling out of the sky. I guess one, you're doing it on purpose, so you're prepared.
Yeah, I mean, when I say it out loud, it doesn't really make much sense, but I would go flying. I should take that back. I would go flying, like, with a pilot,
Yeah, like, certified, legit pilot.
certified legit pilot, but he was literally learning how to fly.
Right. I
There was
can't I
nobody
actually
else.
can't believe they'd let you in with him.
That's what I mean. There was nobody else in the plane with us. It was just us 2.
Yeah.
Just he's 19 years old, like, that's crazy. That's
And
crazy.
they presumably, it wasn't, like, such an advanced plane that some person on the ground could, like, fix it if something
No,
went wrong.
no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you think
Crazy.
about that, that's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts.
Anywho,
Former lives.
that's a
Who
literal
are we?
past life. Who that's a pod for a different day.
No, seriously, no kidding. Wow.
Anyways,
Um, yeah, wait, I got to watch, Brooks golf in the backyard. That was unbelievable. I know that's just part of your everyday life, but for me, like, again, I've seen him training up, right? I saw the kid, like, with his first club on his first day, so now he's like he would put down he literally, not exaggerating, would put down a bucket of balls,
yeah.
just hit watch it, even if he hit it like 2 feet, watch it into the sky with all the confidence in the world, put another one down, hit, and he hit, like, most of them, guaranteed more than I would have hit, like, 100% more than I would have hit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now that he since we potted, we got him we have all these, like, hand-me-down clubs from my little brother, and we took it somewhere, and they cut it so that it now fits him. It used to be too long, and it was too heavy, he couldn't swing it. So now we cut it down, and it's, like, his size. Now he has true, real metal club, little dangerous, but like, now these balls are flying. It's crazy.
Can you take kids that age to, like, class? Like, people who end up having Olympic golfer I don't know if that's a thing, but, like, very professional golfer children, did they start at his age? Is that a thing?
Yeah, probably, but I don't think we can take I mean, we could probably get him, like, private lessons somewhere, but he's not really he still, like, doesn't take direction, like,
Yeah, fair.
I mean, you spend 24 hours with them, it's kinda his way or the highway.
I thought he was great.
Well, thanks, but
He was my bud.
he has his moments.
He does have his moments.
He's 2, though, it's not that he has his moments, he's just very much 2.
Right, right.
I think I mean, the second that he's, like, ready to be in actual lessons, we will be
You'll
putting
consider it.
yeah, definitely, because like, I mean, Kyle golfs, but he could probably go for some lessons too.
Sure, I mean, couldn't we all?
Right. So,
I
yeah,
would
I
be
would definitely put him in
I don't
lessons.
know why I'm, like, intimidated to take golf lessons because I feel like it is something people get into as an adult more than,
I
like,
was
gymnastics.
just saying, I said that to you, that I think you should try golf.
Yeah, I should try golf.
Ange and I always say that we were gonna do golf lessons because we used to go golfing with the boys, and, like,
Yeah.
it was kinda nice. It was fun. You get tan.
Yeah, you were, like, into it.
Yeah, because like, I was, like, I hit a ball, like, over water once, so that really, you know, made me feel like I could do this.
Boost
Then
the
we kept saying that
confidence.
we were gonna do lessons, and then we just didn't.
Why?
'Cause it's just like, you just say you're gonna do it and just, like, never gets on your to-do list.
Speaking of things you're to doing now, what's the latest with Pilates?
Oh my I don't think I told you. So we went to our first
Regular
it was
class?
yeah, the day after you left. We went to our first not beginner class, and holy crap, we got our butts whooped.
Good.
But it was, like, kinda nice, but also,
Yeah.
like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. We were so sore for, like, days. We it's hard to get into these classes because there's only 5 whole thing, but we're supposed to go again on Saturday, fingers crossed. One of us gets off a wait list, but, um, it was good. I mean, we still like it, but it was, like, from the beginner class to this actual class was, like, a rude awakening.
Would you say, like, when you say it, you're sore, whatever, that makes sense to me. Was it hard in the sense that you were like, I don't know what I'm doing, I feel embarrassed, that kind of thing? Or you just were like, this is a very heavy weight? Like, what was the struggle part? Or like the hard part?
It was, like, a little bit of both, and she was very nice about, like,
Of
that
course.
like, explaining, like, what we were supposed to be doing, but, like, when you take the beginner class, they kind of I felt like they more, like, walk you through each step, and
Mm,
you're on, like, the lower level of things that you're doing,
mhm,
and then, like, this one, and I think you get, like, a little bit more breaks because it's just, like, slower paced.
mhm.
So
That makes
now,
sense.
in this class, it was, like, kinda nonstop the whole time, and we were just doing, like, more difficult moves.
So, like, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I walk in and let me just paint the picture for you. Ange and I are the same person. We're just, like, super anxious and, like, nervous, and we will only do Pilates together, like, because we're, you know, can't do anything by ourselves. So we're already nervous walking into this first time Pilates true class. And the instructor, we've never had this instructor before, like, in our beginner classes. So we walk in, like, in the studio is silent. Nobody's there. There's nobody at the welcome desk. I think maybe they were, like, doing a class in the yoga studio. It was just, like, silent. And the Pilates room was open, and there's, like, 2 people sitting at the Pilates thing, and, like, they don't even say hello to us. So we're, like, it's already like, "Oh, boy." And then the instructor, like, came in, and she said, "Oh, I don't think I, like, know you guys." And we said, "No." So I was like, "Okay, there's my opportunity." And I was like, "No, this is our first not beginner class." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "No, no, no, let me repeat myself. This is our first not beginner class." Like, I was trying to be, like, funny,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. So, like, I made sure it was, like, announced, and then she told us how, like, only one of the people that was in our class that day had been doing it for, like, a year.
Cool.
So, it was all, like, fine and well and dandy. But, like, somebody fell off the reformer. And I was just thinking to myself, if that was me, I'd never go back to Pilates
You
again.
would fall all the way out the door. Yeah, right, right, of
Yes.
course.
You won't catch me doing this again.
I didn't know that was possible, like, new fear unlocked.
Because it's kind of on the instructor's fault, to be honest with you, because the way we were sitting on this, like, reformer, we were really close to the edge, like the back, and we had to, like, lean back. We were doing core stuff. So when you lean back, if you don't realize you're that close to the edge, like, I think her butt slipped and she, like, fell off,
No,
which
thank you.
easily could have been done. I could have done that, but I realized how far back I was. And,
Right.
like, I'm tall, so it was just like a whole thing. Anyways, we didn't do that, so
Yeah, so basically you're crushing it.
but also, you're right, new fear unlocked, but now I feel like I'm aware, so
Sure.
I'll be like, 360, make sure I'm not gonna fall off the reformer.
Do you find that a lot of it is, like, taxing? Like, once you've gone to if you went to 5 of the exact same class where you knew, like, "We're gonna do 10 of these, 5 of these, whatever," and, like, you had the moves down, would you still be, like, gassed? Or is it very adjustable as far as, like, weight? Because a lot of it's based on your am I getting this right? Based on, like, your own, like, body weight?
I don't know if that's no, I don't think so because it's all, like, resistance. There's, like, springs on it, so
Okay.
they'll call
Oh,
out
yeah.
put like a red and a blue spring on or 2 reds or whatever, so you can adjust your springs.
Can you
So
adjust them once you're in it?
yeah, and you can like because we only have like 5 reformers in our classes, we can ask them, like she'll come
To do
around and
it.
be like, "You need more," and she'll do it for us.
Cool.
Uh, or there's like long straps and then you can do short straps. So like if you're working with the long straps and then it looks like you can do more, you can do the short straps.
Cool.
And like the instructor for this class, she like would point you out and be like, go to short straps, like to challenge. Like, she could tell that you
Yeah.
need a challenge. So that's nice. I think like Ange and I have talked about this and I think it's very like we like it because she was a dancer and I was like a cheerleader. And just like the way that like we conditioned
Mhm.
doing those things is like you do X amount or like a lot of the times like I always remember our coaches would be like, okay, we're gonna do 10 more, and then like next thing you know, we've done 20. So it's kind of like the same thing. She'll be like, all right, 8 more, and then like all of a sudden we've done more, or it's just it feels very like kind of like the way you would condition.
You like know yeah,
Sure.
you understand like the rhythm.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the challenge, I guess, is we like it. It brings us back.
Yeah, so yeah, you're gonna go back. That's was gonna be my next question. I know you're going back like one more time, but you have no interest in quitting at this point.
We bought a 15 class pack, so we're in it for at least 14 more classes.
Wow. Commitment.
We're committed. So
I'm
we're signed up
impressed.
for, like, we sign up every Saturday now. It's like, so soon we'll be going every Saturday morning.
So we should add like a weekly Pilates with Shelby update segment.
Sure.
Okay, great. Because I want to know how
I
it's
think it's
going.
gonna be great, and the part that I really, really, really struggle with is my core. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just don't have a core, and I don't know if it's because I just don't have a core because I had 2 kids, who knows? But so now I have Kyle and I doing a 10-minute Peloton core every single night after the kids go to bed because then maybe I'll get better at Pilates. But I just feel like my posture is terrible. And
Mhm.
they say that if you have a good core, that like everything else becomes easier. So I'm kind
Sure.
of hoping that's the case with Pilates is like if I keep doing Pilates, like everything else will become easier.
I love that. It seems very functional, Pilates.
Yeah, it's like from my understanding, that we're going so far onto this. From
I
my
know.
understanding, reformer Pilates, while it's like difficult, it's better for your body, like your body and your like your mobility and stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's like whole body. It's not
Yeah.
just like we're just doing the bicep. I know
Right.
you're like focused on muscle groups, but you're using your whole body,
And
right?
something about like the resistance part of it. I don't know.
Makes
Anyways,
sense. Cool. I'm excited to hear more.
I'm into it. You should jump on the train.
I know. I should go try the place that just got new ownership because I could walk there. Like, what's the excuse, you know?
My excuse, if I were in your shoes, would be because I didn't have a buddy to go with me.
Well, no, that's real. That's like very real for me. Although I'm most of the way through the Let Them book by Mel Robbins, and part of it is like you have to take the first step.
It's true though.
So I might just like try it. I know you and I both live in the anxiety boat of that whole world, but I'm just like I'm
I'm
in
gonna
my era of trying.
Yeah, so I mean, we've talked about I just, like, don't leave the house very often, especially, like, with the kids, because I've never left the house no, I shouldn't. I've never, like I've left the house with both of my kids, but by myself, but we don't really, like, go I don't, like, take them into a store, just me and them solo.
You've
Uh,
never taken like both kids to Target?
Not both kids by myself.
Okay,
I've
that's
taken
fair.
1 kid by myself
Fair.
plenty of times, but 2 stresses me out. Anyways, so now but, like, I just, like, don't go and out and do things. It's just, like, the task of it all. My new thing is hunting for cars for Brooks,
I know.
and I'm leaving the house all the time now, and it's fine. I went to Target today. It's 30 minutes away. I was like, "I'll just take the long way to go get Brooks from school so we could pop into Target again." Noth
Crushing it.
nothing at no cars. No
Yeah, have
cars
you found like a singular car?
have I found?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I went to O'Reilly's Auto Parts
Okay.
because they say that that is a place that has them. We have one right in town. I could probably walk there, and I found 2 of the new cars in there.
Who'd you get?
I got a teal mater who was like the 2026 mater, and I got Dinoco Cruz.
Cool. Okay.
So now, and then that guy told me that now that I bought them at O'Reilly's, corporate will be notified and then they'll send a couple more in a few days, but you don't know which ones. So I'm like, all right, I'll be back then.
Crazy. Also, like, what a smart business move for them because you would never presumably walk into an O'Reilly's otherwise.
They, I walked in and the guy was like,
Are you
"Wh-
okay?
what do you need?" He knew I had no idea. I had no business being in O'Reilly Auto Parts.
That is so funny.
I also went into an auto zone.
Okay. They have them there?
Yep, they have them there.
Oh,
And that one was like run by teenagers and they were no help whatsoever.
of
They
course.
they didn't have cars. I didn't like that, but O'Reilly's, me and the old gentleman at O'Reilly's are about to become like besties.
You're like on a team now.
Oh, we were because I was like, I have like he's like, because he was like, what do you need? And I said, I have a really crazy question. I'm looking for like die cast Disney cars. And he was like, oh yeah, right over here. And he like walked me over there, even though I could see him. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a new one. These are hard to come
Oh my
by.
goodness.
And he was like, we just knew you were coming. I was like, oh, and you have crews. I was so excited.
Wow. That's that's lucky.
I seriously, in my town, you were just here. It's so small. There's nothing
Yeah.
here. I found a 2026 Mater.
That's you're like dream out of the group if you could only have one would be the Toy Story one. Is that right?
We got him.
Wait, how'd you get them?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this.
Somebody got them for you?
Well, my stepsister is a manager of a Target. So she had like the inside scoop and told me that they were there.
Cool.
So I got them.
Cool.
They're the cutest cars I've ever seen in my entire life.
That is so cool. Wait, so are you missing any?
Yeah, there's a couple of like new 2-packs that I don't have.
Okay.
So that's what I'm on the hunt for. There's
Yeah,
like
still there's like yeah.
yeah,
Send me you gotta send like because there's like a graphic with all of them, right?
yeah.
You need to just like cross them off as you get them and send like your mom, me, all the
I
people your
I know.
like updates so we
I,
know.
the the Toy Story ones, I see Buzz right now, and I don't know where Woody is, and oh, is that Woody? I might have to. They might have to just not be toys because they're so cute.
I
If
mean,
they,
I don't think they'll ever get messed up enough, right? Like if you once he's done playing with them or whatever, you could always just like
I'm just
put them
afraid
on
they're
a
gonna
shelf.
go missing.
That's real.
I'm becoming more attached to the cars than he is.
Why didn't you buy doubles?
There wasn't any,
Fair. That's fair.
or I would have.
Wow. Okay. Cars
Yeah,
update 2026.
I can't believe that this is a thing.
I can't either. Again, I feel like we need like a graphic for the podcast that's like Cars 2026. Zoom.
But like, I just can't believe that cars are still like right now. Currently, people should be hunting for like Toy Story 5 dolls.
Yeah.
Why are we still looking for Cars? Cars, there hasn't been a new Cars movie in literally years, and it's just so cool that the Cars, it just like hasn't died.
Why do you think when we were in Exeter that people wanted hacky sacks and squeezy cubes?
That it's also that.
Like we went by four stores that said like no hacky sacks inside.
It's
What?
crazy.
Yeah. So, trends, who knows?
Also, by the way, that kid that was working at that store that we were
Yeah.
talking to,
Yeah.
he's my second cousin. Didn't know.
How did you know after?
Because when I said to my mom that we found a Curious George stuffy, and she was like, "Oh, where were you?" And I was like, "In Exeter. We were at whatever that store's called.
Yeah.
Think of it." And she was like, "Oh, was so and so working?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "It was a young boy, very very helpful." And
Yeah.
she, yeah, that was probably him and so and so. I was like, "Oh." It's like my dad's like cousins' kids.
That's crazy.
So then we went in
Small
the other
town, small
day.
town.
I know. So then we went in the other day and he was working again. And I was like, well, now we know.
And you
Sorry.
were with mom,
I was with
so,
mom.
like, you knew. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho,
What a time.
what a time. Okay. Enough about me.
Cars, 2026.
Mm. It's just okay. I just can't with the cars. Okay.
Okay, my turn. I'm gonna work backwards through my Diz experiences.
Yes. Here we go.
Okay. Yesterday I went to Animal Kingdom. I have the sunburn to prove it. And it was so hot. Pro tip also to any and all people listening. If you are wearing either like biker shorts or one of those like Halara dresses, like an all-in-one dress, I put ice packs in the internal pockets and I felt like $3 million. I was
Oh.
like, this is a like a pro hack because there's like a barrier between your skin and the ice pack, right? Because it's like a pocket. But like, and they didn't last forever, but they lasted enough that I
I
like didn't feel dead.
also saw somebody post to use. Have you ever seen like those patches that you put on kids if they have fevers to cool them down?
Yes. I have them in my bag right now. Yep.
Like I bet those like on the back of your neck, I'd feel like I could probably handle Disney in the summer.
Yesterday was hot, but we survived. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I couldn't do it. Okay, you went to Animal Kingdom.
Went to Animal Kingdom. I was meeting up with my college rowing coach and but what the time I got there, they were at Conservation Station. I was like, say less. It's my favorite place in the world. Got on the train. They were doing the Bluey meet and greet. And I like I like skipped it because I was going to meet them at the exit of that, which seems
Yeah.
to be that whole building now. I admittedly did not go inside, so I don't know what's in there. I know, but
What?
the wait was only 15 minutes, which seemed incredible.
Yeah, I think I've kind of heard that it was like I don't want to say that I heard that it like flopped. I don't think it flopped, but I
I
think it
mean,
started with like a virtual queue that they only needed to do for like a couple days, and now it's just free game.
well, yeah, I don't. I should have. I'll go in next time. Kate is coming soon with my goddaughter, so we'll check it out in 3D. But for this time, I didn't go in. Maybe it's about like the heat or something that like they don't want kids trapped outside because there's really nowhere to go inside other than apparently the Bluey thing. I don't know. But Bluey now does the narration. Well, Bandit does like the narration now on the train.
Cute.
Very cute. And then they've just added a couple like small, not signs, but like cutouts kind of like Bluey and Bingo on with safari hats and different things. So that was really cute. And seeing all these like very, very tiny humans decked out in their Bluey stuff going, they were amped. And the parents all had to be like, there's another picture of Bluey up here. Like we can keep going because they just like to see a life-size cutout of Bluey was enough for them. I don't even know what was happening in the building. It probably was lit.
I hear. Do you know Jen and the giant peach on Instagram?
Yes. Yes.
She now is like works in the Bluey experience. So
Cool.
I like see her share, but it looks pretty cool. I think they do like a little dance party. It's like a
Cool.
cool little show thing, but very like
I
interactive. I think it reminds me a lot of that Goofy situation in the summer in Epcot, but it's like with Blue.
yes. Oh, yeah, like, perfect for little kids that just
Yeah.
need, like, air-conditioned space to run around.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I also found, like, later in the day, we did other things, like, we did the jungle trek, like, the path, the walking path, and the educators on that walk were naming different things that you could see in Bluey, and I don't know if that's because I was with people who had Bluey shirts on, obviously,
Right.
but just that they knew, like, "Oh, so you probably saw the wallabies back blah, blah, blah," and we were like, "Yes," and they were like, "Oh, but up here we have such and such type of bird, you can see him in episode 3, and we have such and such
Oh,
animal." Just was, like, cool getting kids
yeah,
involved in animals.
for sure.
But I skipped the Bluey experience because as I was walking toward the exit, I walked by the old, like, petting zoo
Mhm.
spot and saw, like, a miniature lion, and I scurried up to the cast member and I said, "Hey, number 1 fan, I know this is, like, basically a previews only experience. I'm not trying to get in line. I just want to know, like, do you have any intel on like when I might be able to get in the line? Like months, years, days, whatever. Cool. Thanks for being here. And he was like, get in the line. And I was like, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing
Right?
it. So it was very cool. I don't want to oversell it. It's just like a brief walkthrough, basically through like a kangaroo exhibit, but it was for me very cool as an
Very
animal
cool.
person. Um, they explained that initially they were going to let guests independently walk the path and just like stay on the path. Um, Obviously they changed their minds very quickly on that because people can't follow rules. Also, like
Right.
kids and stuff, I get it. But they have different kangaroos and wallabies, which is like a furry kangaroo kind of. They were so cute. They just were like hanging out, lounging in the sun, whatever.
God.
And you get like a private walkthrough with an animal. Right now it's like the care team, but eventually it'll be an educator, which to most people doesn't make a difference, I guess. But basically you get like in a small group of 10 or 5 walked through. You can ask your questions. They show you who's
Very
who.
cool.
They explain it and you're done. Very cool.
Very, very cool.
So
Good
yeah, that was highlight of my life.
good job. Well, that
Thanks.
that makes me feel better about I feel like we've talked before about like why Bluey and Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, especially because that's like my area back there. I was really crushed that it was changing, but I think it's all for the best.
Yeah, they like did it right.
Yeah. And I still could get on a train, but like the train was bumping, which
Yeah.
pleases me, right? We need to spread crowds out. We need things to do in that park. Like,
It's more than ever right now. Yeah.
yeah. It actually, I was having a reflection of a conversation you and I would typically have, kind of like, I was so into it, right? When I got on this train and I like hear Bandit's voice and whatever, and I'm just like getting jazzed about it. And I wouldn't say I was like a or a like against the change, but I kind of was against the change.
Yeah.
And obviously, like my opinion in particular doesn't matter, but a lot of people's opinions were split on this.
Yeah.
And I love that Disney just like did what Disney thought was best and we got to see what happens. And like actually they did a great job. And so the business piece of that for me was like, sometimes you just have to take a risk, even
And you're
if I mean, people could have hated it, right? We could have all like rioted. It's the same with like adding the Muppets to Rockin' and all these different like changing carousel of progress. Everybody's going to be split. Everybody's going to have an opinion. You just have to like do what you feel is best for like your
yeah.
company or your fan base or whatever. And like usually it works out.
Usually, remember that time they took away Happily Ever After and then they had to bring it back?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to, but they took the risk. That probably was a very expensive test because I don't know how much it costs to program all that and then roll it back, but you live, you learn.
I I just think that one's funny.
It is fun. It's, yeah. Like, also, yeah, one day, maybe one day we will get real answers to that because it couldn't have possibly been their intention to only do whatever the middle show was called for 5 minutes, right?
I don't know because it was for the 50th anniversary, supposedly. So
I
like
guess.
the 50th anniversary that lasted 8 years. So like I don't know.
Right.
We're coming
I don't
up on
know.
60.
That blows my mind too. Also, if
Not
somebody
really.
asked me how
Like
long Animal Kingdom had been open, and I was like, I don't know. That's the shortest time, but still like kind of a long time.
didn't it open in like 97 or something?
I think, yeah, my 90, 96, 97, 98, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Crazy.
You also did.
Yes. Before I left, I got to go to a preview of the Muppet Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yep.
I did not ride it because I don't like motion sickness, but I did the whole experience, the queue. The gift shop like wasn't open yet and they did not want people taking pictures, which I understand. But like just looking around, the whole thing was very cool. I think they made really nice updates. Um, Really funny like callbacks to the Muppet Vision 3D thing.
Yeah.
I guess I couldn't identify like Aerosmith callbacks, but I'm sure there were some in there. It was still like the studio recording room, like similar premise of storyline, um, all of that. But it was really cool.
I saw some, like, pictures and stuff. I don't know.
Thoughts?
It kinda looks like they just, like, put some cutouts of the Muppets instead of Aerosmith.
I think that's correct, and I think I didn't write it, and I haven't watched videos, so this is a true Living Magically podcast hot take. I think the ride itself is kind of the same because it's in the dark.
It's the same, and even it looked like even most of
Stuff is the same.
the stuff is the same. That's
Yeah,
the part that I'm like, meh.
yeah,
I feel as though I understand that there's, like, a diehard love for the Muppets. I
yeah,
get that 100%,
yeah.
and that they took that away to put in monsters, whatever, whatever. I think if you, like, needed to keep the love of the Muppets
Should have put them in there.
alive, then, like, either make a new thing. I don't even because like, Muppets like, even, like, anybody could have done Muppets 3D.
Right.
Now you're limiting people.
Oh, like, yeah, like me.
Rocket.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and I think I'm still stuck on the idea that they could have done, like, a Goofy movie on Rock and Roller Coaster, and it would have been freaking incredible, so
Yeah. No, I support that. I see what
this
you're saying.
just feels a little like it feels forced. It feels like they knew that people were gonna be so PO'd over them taking away Muppets 3D that they were like, "Okay, we need to give them something Muppets. Oh, here we go, let's do this."
Yeah,
That's how it feels, but I've never ridden it, and I feel like I can't maybe it's great.
but you've written the original, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
plenty of
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll have to see what you think after.
yeah.
I mean, without changing a ride track, but I see, like, I feel like the new test track as a parallel example feels very new, but I just talked to my crew coach who the last time he rode it, it was the old version and now it's the new version with a lot of time in between. He was like, I couldn't really place like what was different. I'm
I
like,
have I still haven't ridden the new one.
well, see, so we need your opinion on that too. For
I know.
me, like the final scene before you launch through the door, I cried. Like I legitimately was like, this is spectacular. Wow, amazing. And like
Yeah.
he was like, oh, yeah, something was different in that room. I was like, what? But I guess if you don't
Well,
ride it all the time, it's not like your life, then
yeah, if you're not, like, obsessed with Disney like us.
right.
I
So
don't
perhaps same with Muppets. It was like a very easy opportunity for them to
Alright,
overlay
fine.
something,
When
right?
you put it in that perspective, yeah, if you're not talking to, like, a Disney park people like us, I think
Yeah.
I just think
Well,
I don't know.
okay. I have obviously never ridden Tower of Guardians or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is just like a couple of extra cutouts on the Tower of Terror,
No.
or you feel like it's an entirely different ride?
Entirely different.
Even though it's the same ride, like track.
It's entirely different, and it's so much better.
Oh, you would rather ride that than Tower.
Oh. Oh, yeah, every time.
See, isn't that crazy? Because it's like killed an original. I mean, I actually think it's brilliant they left one and changed one. That's how it should be in all
Well,
parks. But
I would love to hear people I feel like people either go one way or the other with Guardians versus Tower. Tower is, like, a kind of it's, like, scary and, like, spooky, right?
mhm,
Guardians is, like, hilarious. Like, it's I understand it's the same ride, but when you ride Tower of Terror, you're, like, screaming terror, Tower of
yeah,
Terror.
yeah.
On Guardians, you're, like, laughing hysterically.
Interesting. So why are you falling?
Well, that's, like, your fault like, I don't know why. But, like, Rocket is there, like, making funny noises and doing funny things.
I guess I don't know why you're falling. Like, there's like some sort of elevator problem in Tower of Terror. That's the premise there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what is the premise on the Guardians one? I don't know.
It's, like, something you're, like, I don't know, it's an escape from something. I kind of
Okay.
forget, but it's just so much better.
See, interesting. So there could have been like more done, definitely on Rocket.
Yeah, and I feel like the building that Guardians in is, like, totally different.
I agree with that too. I
The
agree with
whole
that. But
like, the outside of the building, but even the inside, it's like the whole queue is you're
Different?
first into, like, Guardians.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. And there's no way to do, like, Guardians in a tower. I guess they could have done a storyline of, like, saving people from a
Sure,
crappy
but
tower or something.
Rock and Roller Coaster, it had, like, neon signs everywhere when you're riding it. There is
Yeah,
a giant ass donut that's, like, neon color that you go through.
yeah.
That's still there, they just, like, put
Added an extra one.
permit on it.
Heard.
That is weird to me.
Yeah,
I
it's like a
not
waste.
I don't think they needed to go through and, like, don't take apart the roller coaster. Now we're talking millions of dollars.
Right.
Sure, I hear you, but to just leave all of the same, like, billboard and, like, signs up, that is where I was like, "Whoa, that feels a little lazy to me."
Yeah, yeah. That I agree. I mean, I I agree. I'm glad that they kept Muppets somewhere, but I get what you're saying, that, like, they could have done more, and that's actually, I don't wanna say a hot take, but, like, a strong take from somebody who, like, also doesn't really care about the Muppets. You're not like, "I love the Muppets so much I could never get enough, put them everywhere." You're just like, "Well, if we're gonna do it, let's do it."
Exactly, I could
Yeah,
care no offense, I could care less about the Muppets,
right,
but, yeah, I just think if we're gonna but, you know, your perspective of what you were just saying about your crew coach of, like, somebody who doesn't go to the parks 5 times a year like us and doesn't
right.
ride all the rides like, you know, maybe somebody who rides the rides once every 5 years.
Yep,
I am sure they get on that ride and they think, "Wow, that was so much fun," and they don't think of it in the perspective
and
that
there were Muppets and yeah,
so, obviously, I think Disney World, everybody at the Disney parks, they're thinking about people who probably come to the parks, you know, as, like they're not thinking about us annual
us.
pass holders
Right,
who are at the parks all the time.
right. Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
in that perspective, I get it, and it's fine.
Yeah. And there is I don't know, I had, like, a reawakening yesterday of how cool it is to see the parks through somebody's eyes who doesn't do it like we do it.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, blowing my mind. I was actually speechless. We did the Zootopia thing,
Mhm.
and as we're like, you know me, I become, like, 100% tour guide Barbie. And I'm like, as we're walking through the queue showing, like, the carved animals in the trees,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, a good scavenger hunt way to entertain this 10-year-old I'm with in line, like, we can but whatever. None of these people had ever realized there were animals in the
See?
tree. I was like, "That's like an opening day, like, one to me, like, a of course, right?" So
Yeah,
it
but,
is
like,
interesting.
to other people, it's just a theme park.
Mhm.
Where us, we're of, like, we
Well,
watched all these, like,
I think
do
it's also like, how many times have we done a variation of a show in the Tree of Life? For me, probably upwards of 100. So I have to look for something interesting, not
Yeah,
because it's like dull to me, but because like I'm just like looking around for stuff, right?
yeah.
And I still find every time I still find something interesting and new to see, and that's there for me. But for people who have never been there, it's so much to take in the first time. Of course, you're not looking at the animals in the tree, you're busy thinking about how you're walking into a tree.
Or, like, what you're about to experience because you don't
Yes,
know. Yeah, totally,
yes.
totally.
So, so cool. Big props to Disney. I think there will never be, an ending to the cool things you can see. The last thing I did was Soarin' over America.
Yep.
Wow,
I also watched a sneak peek of that 'cause, as of right now, I'm not going back to the parks until October. I can't wait.
don't wanna hear that.
I know. So, I watched a little bit. It does look really, really, really amazing.
I loved it. I It's interesting, like, the more I rode Soarin' Over the World, the more I could understand people who said, and I'm pretty sure they're right, that a lot of those were, like, completely digitally created, if not all of them, situations. Obviously, I know there's no way they were out there, like, hang gliding over a polar bear and then a whale, like, I get it, but I could see that more as time went on. This one felt more real, and maybe that's because I haven't seen it enough. I don't know, but it felt more, less, like, AI generated, and in a world where that's everything, I was like, "Wow, nice." Um But an interesting takeaway I had that my crew coach, also his wife, also mentioned, the transitions are not as good. It
They're
feels to me very like TikTok.
they are, yeah.
Yeah. It's just
I
like black screen, new thing. And I hated the old transitions. I don't want to be scared by a bird flying in my face or like a plane or whatever. So this is working for me, but definitely feels like the easy way out. Yeah.
Yeah, I also like, I watched the video and it is just, like, perfectly said of TikTok, just like boom, 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 rather than yeah, very cool, like, way to do it,
And also,
which is odd to me.
well, that's why I put it in the TikTok terms. I think that might be intentional because what we know about like human attention spans, whatever now, it is just like give them
Well,
something new, give them something new.
maybe, but I feel like in this there had to have been easy ways to, like not easy ways, but I feel like they always think outside the box of the
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah. No, agree, agree.
Yeah.
I also, what was I going to say? Oh, I think it's a little interesting that they didn't do it in order, like in like a path, like start in Florida, go up the East Coast, go through the middle, go whatever. It was like here, there, here, there. And I maybe because of like types of weather, they didn't want to show like water, water again. I don't know.
Maybe, but because we did say that I think it was the last time we tried it here, I was like, "Oh, I wonder if they're gonna go from, like, Florida to California
Mhm.
or, like, do a loop or something," and it yeah, it went I know that it goes from Florida to New York. Like, "Oh, we're going.
Going wherever. Yeah.
We're off."
I think my favorite thing we did before we took off is my group. I was like, where do you think will be featured in this? So if you're a person who hasn't seen it and doesn't cheat ahead of time, take some guesses. You and I did that on the pod too, but like,
Yeah,
guess where you think this might go. Number one, it's fascinating to hear where people think is and isn't important in America, but also what makes the cut comparatively. Because
yeah.
people have good arguments for stuff that isn't shown. And like they can't show it all, so I get it, but pretty
We
interesting.
we were kinda right about a good amount, but
We're
there were
just good
ones
like that.
yeah, there were ones that, like, really did shock me. That I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh." But when I was watching, I was like, "Oh, that is cool though when you're, like, going over America, like, see all the different spots that we do have. Because like, I wouldn't have even been like, the wetlands. Like, I wouldn't that's not something that just, like, comes into my head.
Yeah. Yeah, to 100%. And
So
it's gotta be like such an eye opener for people who are here from out of the state. I probably said this before, but like to Europeans, for example, who can like get
yeah,
on a train and go across countries at a time to come over here and like see all of that is in one country is unbelievable.
yeah, agreed.
So
Very cool.
very cool.
I'm glad you got to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what's the next thing opening. Actually, when I was walking into Animal Kingdom, it said like there were signs that said like event entrance. I was like, what's the event? Like, is there a
Actually
preview?
no, but didn't the new, like, animation thing over in Hollywood Studios open?
I've seen pictures, but I haven't gone, but that's a great idea. I would love to see that.
Yeah, you gotta go do that.
So is Launch Bay gone?
I believe so.
Like no more Star Wars in that corner?
Correct.
That would blow my mind. That's been a long time. That's been like since I got into the Disney World that got converted.
When was the last time you've been over to Hollywood Studios?
I don't know. Months.
Because when I was in there in April, like, they started putting up the little hat.
Oh, I forgot about that hat.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Okay, great. So AJ has early dismissal today. He's been trying to convince me into
No,
going
we don't
go
need
karting
to.
and like indoor go karting, mostly because I got burnt yesterday and he cares about my skin, which is very polite.
That's so kind.
But like, shouldn't we go to Studes instead?
Yeah, because that's indoors. That part of it is indoors.
Yeah. Also, I'll
So
wear a big hat.
as much as I'm concerned about your skin, it is indoors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. Support it. Ready to go.
Yeah, you
My
should
ice packs are back in the freezer, so I have a fresh round.
you're ready to go. What do you need,
Want
Kyle?
me to get them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna now bring him down.
Okay.
Should I jump in real quick?
Oh my god.
Oh, special guest, special
Hello,
guest.
everybody. Hi,
Hey,
Courtney.
Kyle.
I have a topic I'd like to discuss if you haven't already discussed it.
What if
We'd
we've
like
already
to hear it.
You might have already. Special guest star. Hopper's sneaky, really good.
Yeah,
You
you're.
discussed it?
That's
Oh,
disgusting.
that's what I do.
Have you
Wait,
seen
Kyle, come back.
I'm here.
Okay, we also have a question for you.
All right.
I assume you have not watched a preview of the new Soarin' Over America. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
All right, name 2 places you think that it goes over and why.
You said Maine, which
I-
shocked me. Is that true?
Don't give anything away, Shelby.
Okay. So yeah, that'd be wild.
Maine.
Where
Like,
did
what would the scene be for Maine? What would you
Yeah,
say?
yeah, it would be a lighthouse, which
Okay.
I had already
We
heard.
already knew that.
Okay.
Las Vegas, I don't know if that's in there. It absolutely should be.
Like a
The-
night shot.
Yeah, going over the strip,
Yeah.
totally. And then, is it only a US version?
Yeah.
Okay, so then after that,
Maybe.
let's throw in the Grand Canyon as well.
Hot take. Love to hear it.
Do they do it?
We're not going to tell you.
Can I tell you?
Wait, what did I just say? I'm sorry. Did I say the Grand Canyon?
You did?
I didn't mean the Grand Canyon. I
You
meant
meant Mount Rushmore.
no.
Oh.
Well, that went through my head. The waterfalls in Buffalo.
Niagara Falls, but the
Niagara
America
Falls is
side.
what I meant, not Grand Canyon.
I mean, I guess
I'm changing it to Niagara Falls.
one's like, isn't the Grand Canyon like a desert?
Yeah, and it's
I
too
love that.
close to Vegas, so like you can't do both of those. So
Well,
I would do
see-
Vegas.
See,
And-
that's like some solid logic. We're not going to do like next door neighbors.
Yeah, you got to like give all parts of the country a little love.
A little
Yeah.
shout out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they're like farming Idaho potatoes at all?
Oh yeah, like you got to do something like that.
Right.
Iowa cornfields. You got 2 options from me. It's either Vegas and Niagara Falls, or you do New York City
Oh.
and Grand Canyon. So you got 2 choices from opposite ends.
Love to hear it.
Spicy takes, 2 coffees in. That's what I do.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah. So good.
Bye.
But can you do it quietly? Do not wake up. Yeah, don't wake up, Brooks. Be quiet.
What a
And
stinker. Is he going upstairs?
his Chase is awake.
Oh,
My
yeah.
poor Brooks.
Got it.
Feel good.
Oh.
Hi,
So
yeah.
you're going to have a great rest of your day. Do you have to go look for cars today or you did that?
I already did that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're off the hook for your socialization of the day.
Yeah.
So
I
proud.
do want to. There's another O'Reilly's in a couple towns over. I do want to pop in there, but seems like
Amazing. I feel like an O'Reilly's actually would be like a great, maybe this is a hot take because your kid could like drink a bottle of oil or something, but like they're so small. I feel like if your kid, my fear with 2 kids would be like one is going to zig and the other is going to zag and like I can't be 2 places at once. But
yeah,
like,
that's the problem.
yeah, but like in O'Reilly's, you probably can reach out an arm and touch both walls almost, right?
Yeah, there's also like a lot of little things.
Fair. Okay.
My problem is like I'd have to carry Chase.
Yeah.
He doesn't walk, so I'd have to carry Chase, and like I have to hold Brooks's hand.
Yep.
Which is questionable at best if he's going to hold my hand.
Yep.
But now, where do I hold the cars?
You make Brooks hold the car in his other hand so he can't touch anything.
Fair. What if we don't find the cars?
You say, great work. Can you do some jazz hands for the nice man behind the register on the way out?
Get what I'm saying, though.
What if you like, could you take mittens? Could you be like, Brooks, these are our shopping mittens and you have to
No.
like put these on when we leave the house?
I mean, I guess you could, but like,
And like, if you take them off, we gotta leave.
yeah, but it still doesn't like the whole thing is he doesn't hold hands.
No, but like, at least then he couldn't touch anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe, or like some globes, like a globe on each fist.
I have to take Chase out of the car to get Brooks from school.
Yeah.
So I have Chase and then I have Brooks with the backpack, and like it's so hard to get him back into the car. Like he
Brooks
will
or Chase?
both, honestly, but like Brooks will run into the parking lot. Like he does not care.
I
He
mean,
doesn't
fair.
listen. It's like,
Fair.
yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing.
For what it's worth, when he and I were walking along the beach, an angel
That's what I'm saying.
held my hand,
He did.
listened. We did some
He did.
jokes.
He listens to everybody says that he is like the most well-behaved kid.
Mm.
If
So he just
we're
like
not,
knows your mom and like,
yes.
yeah, that's fair.
Even at school, they're like, he is the best. And I'm like,
Yeah.
which I mean, clearly means we must be doing something right.
Yes.
And even my parents say that he does not cry like a single time when if he goes over there. With us,
Pop, pop,
Pop gets a,
pop.
wanna know why he doesn't cry over there? Because he gets whatever he wants.
Well, fair.
It's what
That's
it is.
fair.
Anywho,
An amazing time.
what else did we have? Anything?
I have some other things, but we can circle back to them another time because, as per usual, we've perfectly clocked an hour.
Great.
Look at
And
us being
now,
talented.
and you're off to
Oh,
Hollywood Studios.
the Tony Awards. We didn't talk about that, but we'll talk about it next.
Oh my gosh. That would have been way more important than me going to Pilates. What
No,
the
no.
good grief.
Good grief. Slay.
All right. We're
Next
potting
time.
next week.
Yeah, we'll get there. It'll give the people something to look forward to.
Yeah, this is a very cool experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Participate
Participate in what?
next week.
No.
Thanks.
Ooh, another special guest.
What if I get
No.
20 likes in the comments? We want Kyle next week. And
Yeah, if you
Deal?
make a comment on a
Yeah.
post that says like Kyle for special guest or something, and you get
Yeah.
20, do you think 20 is an acceptable number?
What's a good number?
I think 20 is acceptable.
Okay.
Okay.
On
I
that
could take-
comment, not on the post.
Correct. Yeah. On my comment.
Then yeah. But I think
Yeah.
in your comment you should have to pitch like a topic. You can't just come on dead
Yeah.
weight.
All right. Deal. I'll make like a vote or something.
Yeah.
Then
Something. Yeah, we want your hot takes.
is it all right, before I leave, is it
Oh.
allowed if I make 20 different YouTube accounts and then like it on
What is
myself?
wrong with you?
Does that count?
Yeah, honestly, like if you put in that much effort, I feel like
Thank you.
you
That's
already have an
good.
approval from me to be like a standing guest. It's really your wife you have to get past.
I know. Chase
This
gets
is
in-
my thing.
he gets in anytime he wants over there. Look at him.
He wasn't supposed to.
Hi, buddy. I have to move my little picture because I want to look at your face. Hello.
You say hi.
Cutest special guest ever. Way cuter than Kyle.
Yeah, see?
Gotta say.
Right? Right?
Yes, it's so cute. Wow, and flexible. Love to see it.
So flexible.
Wow.
Alrighty. Well, I expect photos if you go to Hollywood Studios.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Honestly, I also expect photos if you're going go-karting.
I'm a little nervous for that. I was like, are there other people there and do they all race? Or like, can we just take like a stroll? Like a karting stroll?
Yeah, I don't think so. That's like one time I went go-karting and I got like hit into the side and then like the seatbelt like cut my like neck and now it kind of freaks me out.
See, why do I want to do that?
Sorry.
I don't, it's not for me, but Kyle does this too of like, well, I mentioned this, I put it out there and you didn't like yell about it. So definitely that means you want to do it, right?
Yeah, it means you're interested.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
So if I'm decapitated next week, we all know why.
Great.
Great.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.